Second year with Coach K. How has your relationship grown, and how do you think the offense could also grow this year as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've grown a tremendous amount from the offensive perspective. I think we know our identity this year, how we want to play football, and just the skill set that we do have on our offense between quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, receivers, O line, all that sort of thing. So I think building off our success that we had last year because we were one of the better offenses in the country, and just finding ways to be more explosive than we were last year, be more for me personally, like limit turnovers and that sort of thing, and just building off strengths and weaknesses of players. So I think you'll see, elements to our game last year that will carry over, but you'll also see some different stuff from our offense, which will be really exciting.
James has said that obviously the expectations here are always national championship.
Mhm.
They've grown those significantly, whether it be the national media or just a lot of talk. How do you manage that? Do you hear that? And how do you make sure that everything just stays on the field?
Yeah, I think for me, that's part of the reason why I came to Penn State to compete for everything like that, what we just mentioned. But for us, at least speaking from a team perspective, it's not about, allowing those expectations or like, I guess, being crowned whatever in the preseason to creep into the locker room and that sort of thing. And, limit the way we work or the way we practice. Like, to go to the place that we want to go, it's going to take everybody, no matter what your role is. But if you're a player or on staff, and I think we've done a great job of embracing that. And I think we have a really deep team in terms of like all the depth and at all the different positions on both sides of the ball. So I'm really excited just to keep building our team because I think from practice one to practice two of fall camp, it was a lot better. So now it's just about keep building that throughout the year.
It's been early so far, but what's it been like going up against Coach Knowles' defense?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I look at it like I mean, I guess it is always a competition, but super fun to go against because obviously, not only the type of players that we have on that side of the ball, because there's a tremendous amount of talent and just experience on that side of the ball, but just the scheme we're going against. It's one of the best schemes in the country. So I'm really excited that I get to go against that every day because I look at it as an opportunity to, better myself and better us as an offense. And I want to be pushed. I want to be challenged. Again, that's why I come to Penn State, why I came to Penn State, just because I knew the type of players that were here and the type of coaches. So the good on good will only help me. So I hope, I'm making them better, but they're also making me better at the same time.
Andy was talking a little while ago about how there's a guy like Rappelier who wants to get every rep possible that he can, and they
Hmm.
almost kind of have to slow him down sometimes, saying you don't have to take every rep, but just what does it mean that you have a guy like that that almost lost a whole year of football and wants to take every rep?
Yeah, I think that's how Rap's always been, really ever since he stepped on campus. I think his work ethic's always been really good. When we're always running routes, like you said, like he's always asking to kind of tweak his route or that sort of thing, maybe run it a different way versus a different coverage. So he's very intentional with the way he runs his routes and that sort of thing. And I think that's going to really help him. And I'm looking forward to seeing him out back with us this year and just playing football because he's a really good player, a really good person to be around, and great teammate. So I'm looking forward to seeing his progression and growth from last year to this year.
Appreciate it, Drew. Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
no problem.
Good luck, sir.
Coach K also talked about how much more mobile you are and that your hamstrings got bigger. What kind of pride do you take in being like a full quarterback and not just a pocket presence?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the style the quarterbacks have to be nowadays. It's just because of the type of the game that how football has kind of evolved over time, and really just the athletes you go against on the other side of the ball. Like we have D lineman, like I don't know what Zane's 40 is, but he'll get up there. Like Zane, like all those guys on the defensive side of the ball. Like you need to have some evasiveness and elusiveness to your game. So I think for me, it was a sense of that's another reason why I decided to come back because I knew I'd have another year with Coach Losi, the best strength staff in the country, and that would only help my game on the field. And I think they've done a great job with me of helping me be intentional and grow in the areas I needed to grow in. And that's a part of our offense. Like we want to be very not option, multiple and diverse in the things we do. And part of that is me being able to run the ball a little bit when I need to, or when Coach K dials it up. So taking pride in that, so I can make the best, thing for the team happen if we need to do that.
What other areas do you think you still need to grow in?
I mean, for me, I know it's like kind of cliche to answer, but everything, I don't limit it to one thing because I think if you start limiting yourself, you kind of, you know, close off your development and your just timetable. Like for me, I'm looking for every area possible, whether it's mentally, physically, just all everything. But I think to point out one thing physically, just consistency. I think having the same footwork every time, just training that throughout practices, just so when in games I have to move around, I'm able to get myself in the best position possible to throw.
Got a good soundbite.
Best position to throw it and make an accurate pass.
As an older guy, I hate to say older, but as a veteran guy, who are some of the guys that outsiders may not know about in the program? Offense, defense. I'm just throwing it wide open for you that people should keep an eye out for.
I mean, there's a lot of guys. I think offensively, like young guys that maybe haven't, played a ton yet. Like I
Exactly.
think Josiah Brown, and Ty Sear and Kobe Howard. Like there's a lot of young guys in that receiver room that are going to be really good players, not only for us this year, but really in the future. Defensively, there's a lot of guys that, just because of the talent and depth we've had on that side of the ball the last couple of years. But I think, obviously everybody got to know AJ Harris last year. He's on another level this year, but young corners like Elliott Washington, Zion Tracy. I think Zion Tracy made a ton of plays for us last year, but was still undervalued. Like Zion's one of the smartest football players I've come across, honestly. Kenny Woosley. There's a lot of guys to be excited about on that side of the ball. So it's a really, young team, young and old team, but there's a lot of talent and depth on each side of the ball. So it's really fun to go against and just see everybody's development since they've been here.
Do you still live with offensive linemen?
I live with Ruley and Shelton.
So how did that end up working out? Because it seems like an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I think it really started. We started living together my sophomore year. Even my sophomore year, we all started living together, and kind of just we have a really good relationship, and it's kind of just grown. And we moved off campus together, so yeah. I mean, it's just a really cool. I have a great relationship with a lot of guys on the team, but those are two of my closest friends on the team.
How much are you going to miss those guys when you go to the next level?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss those guys.
Because it's like
obviously
4 years, right?
Yeah, coming in together. We were all three class of 2022, so been through everything together. And so it's been really fun to build our relationships and just reflect on memories that we've made and are going to make this year. And it's a great group of guys, and just in general that whole 22 class, all the guys decided to come back. It's been fun to spend another year with them because we were a really tight knit class. So in general, I'm just really excited for this year.
Thanks for
You talk about being a tight knit class. How quick did it go? Really, I mean, you start in 2022, your first camp, and then now we're here in your last ride.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely went fast. It kind of feels like I was just stepped on campus in the winter of 22, but it's felt really fast at the same time. It's also felt really slow. Like there's been some long days, but the years have definitely gone fast. But just taking I'm very grateful for everything that I've experienced here, all the opportunities I've been able to have, everybody that I've been able to meet and build relationships with. But like you said, like really excited to, kind of hopefully write the story the right way I want to end it this year. And that was another reason why I decided to come back. And, I wouldn't want to do it with any other group of guys or any coaches.
So with Coach K coming back another year, obviously you probably can add some new wrinkles. Obviously one of the most creative guys in the country. So where have you kind of seen that, and how are you guys going to be more difficult for opposing defenses to cover?
Yeah, I think this year we kind of know our identity already, where last year, throughout camp, we were kind of still trying to figure out how we were going to play offensive football, what we wanted to major in, and that sort of thing. I think this year we kind of had more of a clear set picture of like what we can be and what we will be. And I think it's really cool just because we know all the guys that we've either added or have come back. So I think we can be very diverse and still have the success that we had last year, because obviously we were one of the better offenses in the country. And that was just about building off of that, finding a way to make one or two more plays a game that can be all the difference in the close games that we'll be in at some point this year. So, just finding different ways to be more diverse, more explosive is always our goal. So I'm really excited because I think we definitely have the talent to do that. And I know we have the coaching staff to do that as well.
And how difficult has it been throughout the offseason to block out some of the noise, block out the preseason accolades and recognition?
Yeah, I think, I mean, for me, when it comes to this time of year, it's kind of easier because I kind of shut off all my social media and that sort of thing. So I try to take it in my control, what I see and what I don't see. So I try to, limit all the distractions, because I think at the end of the day, none of that stuff matters until it's after the season. Like preseason rankings don't mean anything until the only rankings that matter are what you rank at the end of the season. So that's how I always kind of looked at it. So, we're grateful to be in this position and be recognized for the talent that we do have. But now it's about going out there, earning it on the practice field. And then when it comes to game time, just going out there and playing the way we know how we can play.
So you've got a lot of experience playing in front of that crowd at Beaver Stadium. Obviously some big renovation projects going on. What do you think it's going to be like this year? You think it's going to be any different, or what are you expecting there?
I mean, from what I understand, it's going to be like full capacity, what it's been ever since it's been Beaver Stadium. So I'm really excited to see what it is going to look like when we're actually playing games, because obviously I've seen the renovations going on really since the winter, and just how much progress they've made. So I'm really excited to step in that stadium and just see what it looks like from the inside, and just I know our fan base is going to bring the passion and energy every week. So I'm really looking to forward to seeing how much impact they can create on the game.
Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So you
Appreciate
talk
it.
about different relationships and growth. You're not working with Penn State former quarterback Trace
Mm-hmm.
McSorley. How have you liked growing that relationship, and what have you learned from him?
Yeah, he's been great for our room, not only for me, but everybody in that room, from going on from Beckham to Lambo, Grunk, and Smolik. Yeah. But he's been great. I think it's just another set of eyes and ears. And obviously, we have a great quarterback coach in Danny, but just adding another way to hear things and, visualize things, because obviously every quarterback kind of relates to things different, learns at a different rate. So I think between the two guys that we have in that room with Trace and Danny, they've done a great job of, helping everybody develop and grow still. And it's been cool to just talk to Trace, because obviously he went through everything that I've been through here, and obviously has a tremendous amount of success here, and just everything that he's accomplished, not only here but in the NFL. It's been really cool to see, and then get to know him personally has been really cool as well.